Hey, what's good, everybody? Anyone that's tuning in, I just wanted to pull a few cards, right, in the spirit of. I did a reading the other day, just in the spirit of, October, Halloween, all that good stuff. Um, yesterday I definitely had a day that was very Halloweenish. A lot of crazy stuff happening. Like it's like the kind of stuff that you can't make up, right? I had a witness and everything too. Yeah, it was just weird, right? It was a very weird energy yesterday. I'll share the story after, but if anyone hops in the chat, I had said like if anyone wants a card pulled for them, just let me know. Um, Other than that, I'm just gonna kind of check the energy for the day, right? So if anyone wants a card pulled for them too while I'm on this live, um, yeah, by all means hop in the chat. I mean, you could ask me one question or something, and we'll do that, right? Okay, that was interesting. So the card that came out, it's Sextile. Opportunity. Wow. So maybe that's what's coming, right? An opportunity. Look at that. That's like the little paint palette, right? Collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, develops. Wow. Look at it. And that's like a window opening, I like it. I like that it's a window instead of like how they say doors. And look at it's like in the cold time. So maybe if it hasn't happened yet, it'll happen by the winter time, right? Because that's little snowflakes, right? Hmm. The way this thing is like, because how they say like X marks the spot, but it's almost like, I don't know. I feel like it's like you have every opportunity to create your own, obviously the paintbrush, right? I made a sure one that, like, well, it's not, it's still out there, right? But it says, life is a canvas, paint accordingly, right? So that's what this kind of reminds me of, right? You don't necessarily need to see where X marks the spot because you're creating that X marks the spot if you want to, right? That's kind of what I'm getting from this, right? Like life, what did I just say? Life is a canvas, paint accordingly, right? So that's pretty cool. Opportunity, right? But for others, it might be that, right? It might be more of what do you call it? Like, yeah, a collaboration. So take advantage of that if it presents itself whether this week or by the winter months, all that good stuff, right? Let me pull this Jade Oracle real quick. I like that though. This is cool. I don't think I've ever gotten because yeah, if you're into the astrology and you know all about that, the sextiles and the what is it, chirons and all that stuff. I just learned what chiron is, recently. So that's pretty funny. Okay, let me see from the Jade Oracle. You know, some of these decks, like, they're from guests that I've interviewed, so I'm grateful to be able oof, to use them on here, right? Look at that. Calci Lik Tliku. Calci Tliku. She of the jade skirt. La de la falda de jade. Wow, look at that. There's a lot going on right there. That's funny. The way they're being washed out with the water. All right, let's read it. See what's happening there. Yeah, it's too early right now. My eyes haven't. Not that I don't need my glasses anyways, but that's great. If anyone tunes in and you guys want to ask a question, having my little coffee and a card, so feel free to hop in the chat and you can ask a question. I'll pull a card for you or something. Okay, Chal, Cal, Chi, She of the Jade Skirt, la de la falda de jade. Man, that name's killing me. Cal, Chi, Tliku is the guardian of terrestrial water. So there's the water in the card. Of terrestrial waters, living waters that flow through the land. She is the great nurturing mother related to the maintenance of all life, fertility, and fecundity. Because she also represents purity. Tliku, I gotta learn that name, is invoked in ritual ceremonies as participants wash their bodies with water to purify, regenerate, and allow rebirth. Chal, chi, was present in rituals performed by midwives who washed newborns and asked her protection for their new lives. Babies were presented to her, and she held their destiny in her hands. She was invoked by healers to help cure diseases. Her name is found in magical utterances. Wow. Okay, so I gotta keep trying to pronounce her name. Kalchiatliku awaits and welcomes you as you begin anew. When she appears, you will know that this is an excellent time for purification rituals. She will help you resolve difficult situations that you must confront. She invites you to use water for purification. For instance, prepare a bath with herbs and let the water take away what you need to release. The water will help you connect with your emotions, allowing yourself to feel them. You will be able to go deep within your heart. Calchiutlico protects your heart and offers security. Imagine that her cupped hands are full of sacred water washing away the pain in your heart. Wow. Her healing waters will soothe and restore you. Jeez, that's literally, well, I guess now she came out now that this obviously this resonated a lot for me because I made videos talking about like during the whole eclipses, that's literally what it felt like, right? Like if my heart had been cut open, it was bleeding out for like the whole from one eclipse to the next, right? So this is amazing um in so many ways, right? So if you need to rewind it and listen to that message again after the live is over, feel free to, or during, I don't really care. It's all good, whatever makes you happy. But yeah, that's that. Let me see. Wow, so that was interesting in so many ways, right? Yeah, let me pull one from the wisdom of the elders. And then that's it, right? No one hops in the chat and wants a card pull for them, then I'll just end it with that. And well, I'll share my little story real quick about something that happened yesterday. But that's funny. It goes a lot with that actually. So I guess the collective energy. Let me know if anyone else is going through that because obviously I did. Like that resonated a lot. But for me, it's like if that already happened, so that's pretty interesting. Like if I already went through that journey with her, right? So that's pretty. She of the Jade Skirt. All right. Any other message for the collective? I don't know. I felt like that one didn't flow out too easy. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. This card came out actually during the eclipse, right? On the day of the eclipse, this card had came out. One, humility with the wolf. Look at that. And it was funny because that day, obviously, right? I think that day was the blood moon, and that kind of looked blood moonish, right? Humility, wolf. And that's funny because I was thinking about that. Oh yeah, that's gonna go with my story. Okay. Humility, wolf. Humility teaches us that we are all equal and that all forms of life are equally valuable. It is through this sacred grandfather teaching that we are taught that no one person is better than the other. And it is through the consideration of putting others before ourselves that we can truly express humility. Wolf carries the sacred lesson and offers its knowledge to us. To ensure its own survival, the pack must operate as one, and each member must understand its individual role within the group. The same is true within our individual lives. Humility is what allows us to sincerely ask for help. Only when we recognize and acknowledge the creator's role within our lives can we be truly humble. Accepting that all beings are equal is to capture the spirit of humility. In this way, Wolf becomes our greatest teacher. For example, it bows its head while in the presence of others and will not take food until all members of the pack have received a share. This respect given to one's community is an important lesson and not one to be taken lightly. If you have drawn this card today, someone close to you may need your assistance, or perhaps you are the one in need of assistance. Give yourself permission to ask for help. There might be an opportunity. Ah, ha, ha. Look at that. See? Opportunity. So maybe it's about that too, about helping someone else. There might be an opportunity that comes your way where you must work within a group to ensure that all goes well. Practice the lessons of humility so that any projects you're involved with run smoothly. Ah, so look at that little sandwich, right? It started with that opportunity, collaborates, all that stuff, and then that, right? You might get the opportunity to work in a group. So the quick story, that's funny that this came out, was yesterday, right? It was like I had this crazy experience. All these weird things were happening, right? Um, it was standing out to me a lot, right? Like there was this hawk and a crow, right? And the I like crows and everything, right? They represent change and all that. They come, right? They beautiful beings, right? Even when my dog passed away, there was like a bunch of crows showed. I'd never seen so many crows. Like they all came in front of my house, and it was like they were helping like carry my my dog of 12, 13 years to the other side, right? So it was this amazing thing that happened. But yeah, there was like the hawks usually don't pay attention to crows because it's like they don't bother, right? They know they could kill the crows whenever they want. So, but the hawk was attacking the crow, kind of like it was irritated, right? It was like there, like enough, right? So it was actually and the crow was like running for it or flying for its life, right? So it was pretty funny. And then after, yeah, there was all these weird things happening, and then I took a nap, and when I woke up, there was this weird energy, right? Oh, I was gonna do it live, and all my stuff wasn't working. Uh, Not even on my phone, which was weird. It didn't make sense. I even called a friend to ask if their YouTube was working. So, it was like, I don't know why something would even care to prevent me to go live. It didn't make sense. Just not my tablet, my computer, my phone even, and my phone's not even connected to the Wi-Fi. So there was just this weird energy. And if, you know, it felt like that, like, I don't know if it was before the pandemic or during the pandemic. Two people had a dream about me, which was weird because they never had before, right? And it was like one of them had a dream that it was like that, like I was in this bubble, and it was like I was walking and all the darkness was trying to get me, right? But I was in this little protective bubble and walking and dun 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 whatever, and then everything was coming at me, right? So I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And then the other person had a dream that, yeah, that they saw me, like I had never been like I wasn't someone that like gets terrified of things, but that I was terrified of something, and then I called for help, and three wolves came and started running circles around me to protect me, right? They were like protecting me. So from that moment, yeah, I started feeling like there were like these spiritual attacks and stuff, and I learned how to ask for help, and I think that's what this card was talking about, right? Asking for help, right? But this is funny too about working, right? Or is that what it's talking about? I think it was this one about asking for help, right? I don't know. You could rewind it and see, but yeah. So from that moment on, that was my introduction into learning to ask for help, right? Even I think spiritually, I probably never really asked people to pray for me or this or that, and it works, right? So if you've never done that, right? If you're always been like a person that doesn't know how to ask for help, maybe even with this reading, right? Or even just hearing my message, it's a reminder to ask for help if you need it. Um, yeah, and then so to finish that story, it was like So everything, I even called this friend and I was like, what? Like I felt the energy though. It literally felt like that. Like how if like the years before, right? Like if I was in this bubble and everything was trying to push against the bubble, but my bubble was good, right? And I was like, what's up with this energy? I could feel it. And then I looked up. I go in my backyard. I look up and there was like over 50 crows above me, above my house. And I was like, man, this is weird. And I turned, and when I turned again, all the crows are gone. And I was like, no way. And sure enough, I go on the thing and everything's working. All my electronics are working, everything. So, you can't make it up, right? It was just a weird energy, right? Like why that mattered, I don't know. Like I don't get it, right? Like I don't know, understand why the sphere world, I don't know. I guess it worked. It prevented me from, but I don't think it really mattered, right? It prevented me from doing my live yesterday. So I don't know. It was weird. It didn't bother me though. Like I was like, cool. I didn't really. Maybe they did me a favor, right? Maybe yesterday was more about just resting. But yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, if you just tune in or something, like I said, I would have pulled the card. If someone wanted a card pulled for them, all you had to do was hop in the chat, right? All that good stuff. I'm gonna try to do this. You know, if not every morning, I'll be doing it throughout the month of October. If if I hop on a live in the night, then I'll do it in the night, right? Where I'm at right now, probably when I started, it was still 4 something in the morning. I don't know wherever someone else is at, but yeah, on that note, I'll end it there. Let me know if that message resonated and all that good stuff.